Oh, it's that area. Didn't need to go there yet. Adelaide is at the other area.
Move along, stranger. You don't want any trouble.
Oh, they died.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Pete said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on ya.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Upbeat, a little strange. Love Rizzos. Yeah, I met Zoe. She was in the Marauders camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder Camp. Is she alright?
You mean in the head, or?
Zoe's family. Chiding her is our purview, not yours. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
Those questions about
I'll
Zoe.
tell you what I can.
How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. What is it?
That was all she had to say.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
It must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Thought you made a home for yourself out there.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Please send me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Let's see. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
He's asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned the geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
The camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Oh, hello. It goes outside. Really is as long as you're not stealing straight in front of them. They don't really care. Deserter. Can't really pick that one. At least not when he's around. Thomas Camp.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Sorry about that. Machines are cantankerous by nature, liable to take insult and blow a fuse at the slightest mishandling. Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. Could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs. There's one in the old community center. Should find one back in town, too. Parvati's dad had a copy. He used to take it with him when he worked at the cannery before he passed.
Oh, I got all of them. Well, I got one of the data pads you wanted.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Yeah, that's funny. There's no button for it. I have all of this.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on, I've got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
And last one.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
The elusive part 3.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived there?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What are you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
I should go. Level 6. So I need this higher up. More bits. Oh, see inside locked containers. Speed increase. Oh, find pristine item chances 100. That is way better. What the other one is? That's TTD. Or penetration. Let's break down. Let's put 5 in those. And then 5 in range. And then perks. Let's try there. Let's go to negotiate it. Modify. Oh, that's the same one. But it's a Zap version. Let's change it to this one. And that's extend the sight. Increases maximum range. Oh, that's the same one that's on there. So now I have a pristine version of that one. Thing is, this was level 6, that's level 4. Oops. Kettle said that that's not a pristine. Use workbench, tinker. Wait, is that the... Guessing pristine increases it pretty big. It's like half the level but the same DPS. Even though that one's damaged. Let's go level 6. Kind of wonder what the max level is. It becomes really expensive. Can't go in there.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Was he acting strange when she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What's that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
You think she can lend me that copy of the Mask Marketeer?
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
So he's living with Marauders nearby. I need something to tempt back to camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, brat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of The Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
Look at my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go, latest copy of The Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Let's see. What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Wait, Mr. Acid. Corrosion damage. Shock. Primal leather. Don't know what you can use that for. Oh, hello. Fiverr. Heavy ammo Falcon. Guessing that's a special weapon. Damage 70. But it's not a pristine version. Which I'm kind of after.
Hey, I saw that! What do you think you're doing?
Oh, deserted. I'll pay you.
Payday!
Well, that's an easy way of getting away with that. For stuff you can't really... Oh, that hurts your reputation apparently. Now the other question is, where do I see reputation? Maybe journal? Let's do that one first. Yeah, I don't know where to see that. Yeah, that was a stupid mistake. Oh yes, he was in this area.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Stefan told me about your favorite cereal.
So you tracked me down just to gab about the Masked Marketeer? I am impressed.
So I wanted to watch this with you.
I see what's going on here. I'm being bribed. Well, it's working. I can't say no to my favorite cereal. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Oh, and I probably need to go back. Yep. It's just fast travel. Actually, this might be slower than just walking there.
What is it?
Talk Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
That should actually help with my reputation. So, what's the other one? Die robot. Oh, that's easy. There's a fast travel thing there.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You mentioned the logic module. I found one in the geothermal plant.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
So that's that quest line. What did it put me on? Yeah, the power one. The third powered. Where? No. Geothermal. I was going to go back to the other guy. I looted everything. Oh, straight to the control room. Plant status. So it's a 22% efficiency. Redirect power. Power redirection has failed. Oh, I'm missing a switch. I missed one. Oh. I feel smart. I did best that one. I'm guessing my level is high enough. Oh no, it isn't. Oh, there's two. Hell yeah. That's the exit. That's the control room. Redirect power. Safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Direct the power is an irreversible procedure. Do you want to continue? Continue. Now the question is, where does the power go? Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Please select a destination. So let's just screw Edgewater and say laboratory. Permanent power failure detected in Edgewater. Blatant disregard for Space's choice property has been logged. Please report yourself to your designated supervisor for an immediate reprimand. Thank you for serving Space's Choice family. Well,